Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. It seems like people mostly want to see Hisho again, and honestly, I'm pretty curious how we can do, like, what exactly we can do with that behemoth in the early game. It's set to be useful economically. We can't fiddle with it at all at the beginning, but we can take advantage of the growth module it already has in it and stuff. Yeah, I think this is probably the right thing to do. So we're going to do the same basic settings. Galaxy shape is still random, so who knows what's going to happen with that. Enough players for everybody to be in the game, and I apologize if some of these colors are too similar. I actually spent a little while trying to figure out, like, what are the 10 broadest colors I can get here? What's the greatest difference between colors? This is the best I could do. Really shying away from using any of the blacks or whites because I found that they were either impossible to see or very difficult to distinguish from minor factions, which isn't a problem for the whole game, but is definitely a problem in the early part of the game where you're like, oh hey look, there's minor factions over there because I can see their influence bubble, and then it turns out just to be the player who got the white color. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It'll be okay. We don't have to refer to the players by color that much anyway. So we're going to skip the very good intro cinematic, even though it is very good, because we have some important video gaming to do here. So when we get in, the behemoth, I believe, is set to give plus 10 resources per turn of all types. Sorry, of all plus 10 fids, no influence to the system that it's orbiting. Is that right? Yeah, 10 fids per turn, and also it has the mining probe, which of course we can use right away. So let's see what we got for our starting world here, our starting system. We rolled. Okay, we have a life form here, no strategics. No tier 1 strategics, but a second colonizable planet right away is pretty cool. 2 hot, fertile worlds. Decent growth and decent industry output. Not a lot of science, unfortunately. Not a bad system overall, though. Alright, we're almost certainly going to queue up this drone network. And then probably, like, I wonder if it's a good idea to go, like, xeno-industrial infrastructure into colonizing this right away. I guess, to some degree, it's going to depend on what that curiosity is, so let's find out. Let's throw Kogewa on here real quick. So the Peregrine has 6 movement, he has 4. Get another engine in his ship. I think that's probably a pretty good idea. He's got a lot of exploring to do. We need to know what's up with our surroundings pretty quickly. On this zoom level, and hit it. What do we got? Deciduous trees. Alright. What are our population boosters this game? Dark Glitter and Red Sang. Well, I'd be lying if I said I was excited about our prospects here. This is an okay start, but it really is not any better than that. Mining probe would be 1.2 industry and about a dust, 1.2 science and about a dust. Food and science, or food and industry is a little bit better, so we're getting... What do I want here? I think I'm going to go this way. Just thinking that industry is so incredibly important in the early game. Extra food's good too, but... Yeah, industry outweighs everything else by a fair amount right at this moment. And this is not a long-term decision we're making. We can change it up later. Let's get those drone networks done. Alright, and then... we need to fly around a little bit. So it's probably a bad idea to pull the behemoth off of the home system, right? We're currently pulling 44 food, 55 industry. We'd lose about a quarter of our food and about a fifth of our industry if we flew... Oh, wow. Well, that's handy. If we flew our behemoth away. What do we have here? It's very interesting. 8642 with an expandable 653. Man. We have binary moons, so there's even more population space on this planet than normal. And it has 2 subterranean modules, or 2 subterranean curiosities, so we may well be looking at both of the strategics here. And we have to do this, right? It's a little dangerous to set up a colony ship on turn 1, because we're definitely talking about a loss of considerable growth. I think we have to go for it, though. That's a strong expansion. We'll lose growth for a little while, and then eventually really, really make up for it. And now we have just a huge amount of exploring to do. We're definitely not going to rush complete this outpost. We're going to have to let it grow a little bit naturally. So we're only sending 13 food over. Yeah, growth here is still okay. We'll be fine. I was going to send a probe off one of these star lanes and then move down the other one, but we probably want to actually come over here. And in fact, do I want to refit? I might want to refit this ship. Right, because I'm just thinking here that we want to explore that system as quickly as possible. Yeah, it turns out that my first refit was not correct. I probably could have waited until I had moved out the other ship before doing that. That's information we could have had. And you, I think, are just going to stay put, because like we actually really need those resources. But we're going to need more ships, and we got a lot of exploring to do. So we are on the sort of galactic southeast part of the ring. And I do not really have a plan as far as victory conditions go. Yeah, I suppose I should select a research. Fair point. Yeah, I don't really have a plan for this. We'll figure out how to win eventually. So do we want to go planetary landscaping right away? Sustainable farms is pretty good for us. We have a number of hot planets available, although here our colonized planet is temperate, but the other planet we're thinking about colonizing is hot. So yeah, this really early growth tech might actually be really good for us. And the benefit of focusing on early growth is both the population you get from it, but also, of course, the manpower. We'll be more able to invade other systems. So we probably don't want to run anything that's like seriously reducing our KE per turn, because we need to hold on to it. We do have the ability to run Way of the Obsidian Eagle as soon as we mine ourselves a little bit of titanium, which we may well do with our probes next turn. So maybe this is how we should be using our KE for the moment. So if we're not going to run a K reducing law, certainly doesn't make any sense to run that. Maybe we just don't run any laws for the moment. We can turn on lower fleet costs when it comes time to build ships. But yeah, for the moment, maybe we're fine on our government. It feels weird to leave a law slot open at the beginning of the game, but I think the K is just too important. Okay, so now with our 3 probes. Oh, that's right, with our probes that will slowly generate over time. I don't know, which one of these do you think is the titanium? Let's guess that one. It was, in fact, dark glitter. So, upside downside, we do get to pop a population booster if we want, which will give us an extra 1 industry per turn. You know what? It's a pretty small bonus at this point, but also I don't think dark glitter is very good as a resource, so every little bit helps. And then we need to chill here and gather some more probes. Alright, now I'm really hoping that that other curiosity here is titanium and not Hyperium. Not that Hyperium would be bad to have, but titanium is something we want right now. Okay, lucky us. And while we're here, signal, life form. I guess we should search the other colonizable planet first. Okay, more trees. And we're going to start him with Cosmic Castaway, I think. Earlier you get it, the better. So, now we have the KE for this. Oh, next turn we'll be able to do it. I spent a lot of dust. That's true. That's true, I totally did. Alright, food ships are starting to arrive. Yeah, the cost of this is coming down pretty quickly. We'll be alright. But we're kind of just gonna hang out here for a while. We might be better off going for Cerebral Reality first, but it's possible I'm slightly overvaluing industry, but man, industry's real good. Alright, so we're getting a pretty significant buff here, right? 20% or 25% on that system, and then 20% to both of these systems. Obviously, the boost to Oyad is not actually doing anything because that system doesn't use industry yet. But we are now seeing 84 industry coming in. 17 extra points from way of the Obsidian Eagle. That was definitely worth those resources. And you have a probe again, so let's check this out. We have discovered all of the nodes linked to Oyad, and also Huygens rings. This is going all right. A lot of the elements of this start are pretty cool. And we found the planet Tor again. Not bad. Tor is super good. Tor is barren, right? No, it's a tundra. Alright. Tundra is xenobiology. Well, that's a tech we need anyway. Yeah, this is going alright. This is a pretty good start. We do need to get some military vessels going a little bit earlier so we can fight pirates and stuff, because fighting pirates early will be a good source of KE, which I now really understand the importance of. Alright, our mining probe has ended, and we'll be able to refire it in one turn. Working towards xenobiology. We probably want to get sustainable farms up next. What's the colonize time on this? 2 turns? Alright. Let's do that. So this will double the payout from xeno-industrial infrastructure. As soon as we take this over, that's another 20 industry. And then when we put down sustainable farms, it'll be 20 more food, because it's hot planet boning on both of these. So we're going to have quite a good industry and food output going there. This arid planet also has more deciduous trees. And then we have our faction thing again. So build 2 ships of reasonable defensive power or assimilate a minor faction. We are nowhere on this. We haven't even met a minor faction this game. So probably we'll do this. And we're going to build ships, right? That's going to happen. And I'm going to put more effort into actually finishing the faction quest this time. The rewards for doing that can sometimes be very, very great. And then we're done exploring this, so we should probably take off. I think I'm gonna keep us on the probe heavy plan rather than the engine heavy plan for the moment. Hope that we can get lucky and meet some minor factions and be able to search a bunch of their curiosities really quickly. And then once we have all this basic stuff established on Yisel, the next thing we're going to want to do is a brood ship. We'll get Cerebral Reality, but it's not a super high priority. I want to make sure I get Tor early. Do I want to... I think I probably want to just send a probe down this star lane, and then we'll move over here. We should definitely be able to see what is adjacent to systems that we're intending on colonizing. Alright, now remember, we do gain KE for discovering new systems. So that'll be a good source of it early on here. That is the Lumeris already. Alright, so there's only one curiosity in this system, and we're bottlenecked by a thing that apparently leads right out to another faction. We may have to get into some stuff with those guys. So yeah, unlock technologies from the military quadrant to reveal the behemoth technologies, and also get some red sang. That is a thing we will not be bothering to participate in. At least we'll not be bothering to put any effort toward. Alright, Javanus is now settleable. That said, I do think I want to finish the food construction on Yisel here. Okay, more dark glitter. Not totally great. Not super excited about it. Oh, this is going to take forever. I'll get over there. Once we get over there, I'm sure going to want to deploy all of those probes. Alright, we finally met up with you. You know, it may not be a big deal. We may be able to just make friends with them. Maybe this star lane leads out somewhere interesting. We can hope. Actually, maybe we should separate the ships. Yeah, you know what? When we get here, I'll have these two break off. We'll send the scout this way and the hero this way. We just need to get vision for the moment. I think it's the highest priority. And now that we have xenobiology, what else do we need? I mean, obviously we need everything. Unlocking system development early is not as much of a priority this game as it is sometimes because we really don't have good strategic resource or good luxury resources. So maybe we want to focus on science stuff for the moment. Being able to get toward Arctic and desert settling technology is probably a good idea since we have Arctic and desert systems in our home system. So we can pick up PEV scale accelerators on the way out here. Probably. Well, I was going to say maybe just skip baryonic shielding, thinking that, oh, you know, we don't need this advanced scanner tech if we could just get endless secrets instead. But yeah, I guess we do need the warp drive, don't we? Alright, warp drive, PEV scale accelerators, and like eukaryotic sap. This means we're skipping the probe tech. That's probably fine. So that'll get us some more visibility, some more settling ability, and we'll hopefully be able to get something out of all of those extra curiosities that we can explore. Help slingshot us out into the other directions that we'd like to go in. We've discovered the Eider. They have no unexplored curiosities. Unfortunate. Okay, if we assimilate them, we'll just get a dust payout every turn for each hero in our faction. That's fine. It probably covers their upkeep. I think heroes aren't terribly expensive. Like, in the early game, it'll just be a bunch of dust, and then late game, more expensive heroes will be covering their stuff. So, down to 23. I guess we can just keep letting this fall. There's no reason really to worry about it until the brood ship wants to put down a Jovanis. That's the turn that we actually have to complete Oyad. And I think it does make sense. Here, let's split these ships up like I was saying. It does make sense for us to conserve KE rather than getting the system up a little bit earlier, because in the early game we're going to have a lot of trouble coming by more KE, I think. Maybe we should get Oyad developing? I don't know. It's kind of already doing the most important thing, which is mining the strategic resource for us. We do obviously need to have systems developing. Okay, Bonnie has become a pirate lair. Kind of a mixed blessing. We can keep running this boost forever, which is cool, I guess. Oh, we discovered Genis. It's right there. Good to know, I suppose. It doesn't really factor into things for us. Alright, so pirates incoming in 11 turns. We are not going to attack the nice Lumeris. We do not need to do that yet. And then probably it would be a good idea for us to get our Cerebral Reality and our public-private partnerships up. I think we want to keep everybody on Uchi. Yeah, Uchi is just a strictly better world. Okay, so I believe this floor's at 17, or floor's at 15, so I think we're actually going to hit the floor cost for KE here right as we want to complete the system, which is lucky timing. Alright, now we have movement through free space, just in case that's a thing that we need. We also have developed the ability to see new curiosities. Oh. Apparently they revealed that for us. It was on YESO 4, so I guess it was these reefs? Were these visible to us before? I don't... whatever. They stole my XP, though. I'm very slightly annoyed with them. Oh, maybe it floors at 10 at first. Whatever, 13 is fine. We can pay 13. This we can't do unless we're at 70, so we do need to try to get back up to that. Okay, we did not reveal anything new that we can search on Vega, unfortunately. We may as well fire off a couple of probes before leaving here. Let's just try to get a little bit more vision going. And I guess we could learn to talk to them. If we got a hold of Vega, it would serve as a choke point into the rest of our empire. So maybe that should be the next thing we queue up. Off-world agribusiness, and in fact, maybe that's even more important than going after this stuff, because we're actually producing quite a bit of influence. We have really good influence generation. So yeah, being able to talk to the Eider and maybe sniping them away from the Lumeris would be valuable. And then after we have our science buildings here, it's probably time to start thinking about ships.
Fish in this galactic sea.
Which is to say that probably we should follow up off-world agribusiness with efficient shielding. Because we gotta fight pirates, right? You know what? This thing does have guns on it, right? 36, 450, or 464, but... stats are bad, but it has a lot of health. Yeah, we'll go smash that pirate. And then we can park this thing around Oyad. Oyad could probably use the resource boost more. It is kind of nice to have a floating resource booster that you can just shuffle off to new systems. I haven't been running my mining drone. I mean, it hasn't been a big deal, but I gotta remember to do that. Okay, so it is a short-range ship. And we are discovering even more stuff. No unexplored curiosities, unfortunately. Plus 0.1 food per industry on systems. That's an interesting one. And there's nowhere else to go here, so I guess we may as well turn right back around. I mean, the hero can go fight pirates too, I suppose. We weren't able to actually kill it. Well, that's embarrassing. Alright, let's run our mining drone. Even more industry for Oyad. I gotta remember to keep the mining drone up. I wish that the notification that you got on the mining drones was when the mining drone is ready rather than when the old mining drone is finished, because then I gotta remember next turn to do a thing. Not to say that that's like an onerous cost, but I am dumb, so... I want to run Way of the Obsidian Eagle, but it would be really cool if we could get just a little bit more KE before doing it, because right now, running this is going to cost us a whole tier of approval bonuses. We're going to go down from... Oh, apparently we're registering as 0% anyway. Huh. It used to be 60% was the changeover into happy, wasn't it? Well, if we're not getting any bonuses anyway, I guess we may as well boost Oyad? Gonna need all that extra industry. I'd probably do like a very similar build here. So we're waiting until we have ship designs to actually build more ships. I probably don't want to just build a bunch of peregrines. So I guess actually we do have time to do this. I don't usually rush intensive cultivation super quickly, but we have a little window here where I think it makes a lot of sense. So we know what's that way. let's have a look over here. And I think we're going to prefer spending influence on Vega to spending it on Sirius. Although it looks like Leandra is already allied with these guys. Well, we don't know exactly what her level of approval with them is, though. Let's just go ahead and go hard on that. Maybe we'll get lucky. So we're dead-ended in here pretty badly. There's probably stuff beyond. We should send our hero actually to Bonnie. Well, let's go back to Yisel first. Maybe do a retrofit, and then we'll go to Bonnie and send probes out from there. And they've already explored 4 atmospheric curiosities. Looks like the AI was extremely ready for that quest. Please don't attack me. You do not need to attack me. It will not help you to do this. Alright, we're not worried about the Academy stuff. Alright, in 3 turns we'll have access to real ship designs. How are we doing on Giovannis' settling cost? Down to only 49. We failed to be the first to control 4 star systems in the same constellation. You know, not that I'm not trying. It's just, it's tough for us. What am I doing? I want to have a look at this guy's design. Like, I want to make sure we're as combat ready as we can be, because over there, hovering around Bonnie, we're probably going to get into some fights. We could put some plating on. But I guess from there, now, you know what? We should probably unify the weapon systems. Let's try to actually have a plan for combat. Okay. Now go to Bonnie. Let's kind of take the place over, shoot down pirates. We'll get some KE leaking in that way, and then hopefully the probes will find something interesting. $257 defensive power. I wonder how reasonable it's going to be to do that with our starting ship designs. The Eider are paying us now, which I do appreciate. I mean, we're gaining a lot of influence per turn with them. I'm hopeful. We should probably start praising these guys. I want to make sure people are joining up, right? There's a lot of space out this way. Let's fire some probes off into the dark here. Oh, wow. That's very interesting. It's quite a lot of curiosities to explore. I know, we're not attacking those guys, but when the pirates arrive next turn, we'll definitely attack them. So now we have to figure out what political party should be leading us. I don't necessarily know that it is the military party. We probably will want it to be the military party eventually, but right now, while we're trying to grow, I'm wondering if maybe an ecologist is better. We have some anomalies, right? Cool copies is always good. I guess there's something to be said for going scientist as well. Extra movement and system improvement cost reduction in the early game. Yeah, you know what? Let's go scientist for right now. We need to strike out and explore. And we're not really getting a whole lot out of being military at the moment. Okay, now we have at this pirate. We also need to put down our mining drone again. I'm totally remembering this time. We will mine. That was worth a third of a point of KE. I wonder what that, like, what do the values actually represent in terms of their actual society? What is a third of a point of KE? Why, I feel 30% of 1% as proud of that as I could possibly feel. That's still active for 5 more turns. We are... Okay, we're seeing this drop very rapidly. Yeah, I'm excited to have Tor again. Tor is a really, really great planet. Alright, so now we have access to new ship designs. Let's have a quick look at those. Actually, do I want to grab Center of the Obsidian Eagle as well? Well, not here. No, we're going to do ships here first. So what was our... Sorry, hold on. 257 defensive power. Okay, so actually the base design for our Hawk qualifies. Let's build like 3 Hawks and a Kestrel, right? And these can be our hero's initial running crew. We can probably just stick to bullet weapons and everything. $20 science per destroyed command point. Maybe we do this. Right, so this thing's going to be drawing fire from enemies. Yeah, but you know what? A single point of plating is still probably enough to keep it alive against pirates and stuff. And I do want to be scooping up free science from all this murder. Alright, and then we got to look at our new government stuff. I think we're probably going to go for the Dirty Hands Act for right now, just help these systems establish a little bit more. Then I want... Probably actually what I want is the Kestrel first, right? Because the hero and the Kestrel together will be able to defeat pirates. We'll be able to start getting advantage from that science module right away. And then we'll get this done with the 2 Hawks, but for right now, we need to be able to fight those pirates. And eventually we'll be able to run the pirate base out of manpower, just by hanging out over here and getting kills. Okay, fair enough. We made our play. Oh, that was my population booster ending. I should probably actually pay attention to that. So we're bringing this stuff in at a rate of 2 per turn. So actually, for the foreseeable future, we'll be able to keep that booster running. It's not a bad starting position, all told. Yisel, I think, is kind of an unimpressive starting system, but Oyad and Javanis are both good. We've almost made it all the way out to Galter. I'm curious exactly how powerful that place is going to end up being. And we're going to arrive here next turn. Yeah, let's just wait and keep building. Okay, what do I think? Well, apparently one of the systems the Academy is on is, or could be on, is that way. So let's try that. And then also sort of off in this direction. We're going to have a lot of time to hang here and fire probes. Okay, so if we were going to settle down here, it would probably be on this Mediterranean planet. Let's see what else they have. What they had was some guy who taught me a battle tactic. And reveals all of the hidden isolated nodes near this constellation. Does that actually reveal anything for us? It does. Apparently this constellation is quite large for these to be considered near it. Actually, we should zoom out to the constellation view real quick here, and it is a 15% food constellation. Not actually a bad thing. How's Yisel doing on food output? 61 per turn now, even with it sending food to another colony? That's pretty great. So right now, we're still actually reading as dutiful. Apparently, we have a lot fewer levels of approval than I was expecting. Okay, well, I'm wondering if we should just flip this now, then. Maybe we should wait 3 turns so that we can fire Way of the Obsidian Eagle one more time and then do it. Because right now, Way of the Obsidian Eagle, like, our behemoth is actually affecting all of our systems. That's probably a good idea. Because we're not going to be able to fire it again after. Trying to make better use of my behemoth this game, trying to make better use of our early game resource boosters. Alright, we get some good pirate combat right away. I think our hero ship should be more than up to the task. We've had some Kalgaros just appear on Yisel. That's cool. How close are we to needing another planet? Not close. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of anomalies to take advantage of, so magnetic field generators is going to be weak here. Let's finish the Hawks. We'll worry about building stuff after finishing the Hawks. Oh yeah, here we should absolutely destroy this thing. Yeah, it has no defenses. Yeah, that's actually not that bad of a gain for a single ship combat. Are we generating probes? We probably would not want to colonize this planet. And we're going to search all these. We're probably just going to hang out here and search these for the foreseeable future. 4 of those planets are already colonizable. Man, we should probably make ourselves another brood ship and get it over there, right? That could be useful. Especially if we make sure we push influence growth from there. Make it our little home away from home. Split the difference there. And more stuff. Just free population. This is working out pretty well. For 10 turns, keep Oyad clear of enemy ships to get 5k. Boy, I would really love to do that. Unfortunately, I believe it is currently the case that the Lumeris ships will count as enemy ships, and I don't have a way of controlling them, really. You guys, we can praise you one more time here. Although, Leandra has... I'm their ally already. If Leandra takes this, as far as I'm concerned, that's a declaration of war. We will make some stuff happen. Let's see. We actually want to keep all the population on Oyad 3. Yeah, Oyad 3 is just a great... What a great planet. So give me some of this. Magnetic field generators, actually pretty good here. And we went up a research tier in the science area now, so... what's important about that is that it has unlocked the Hyperium engine. So, oh, never mind. I was going to say, so our new brood ship will be able to move even faster, but we don't have any Hyperium. We probably want to keep moving in this direction, right? Like, we're going to want... First of all, we're going to want to be able to build citadels once that stuff's unlocked, because we need to be able to protect our important systems. We do also have the science law active right now, so we can tier skip for techs. I don't think there's any that are particularly valuable for us at this moment, although autonomous construction is pretty good. I think we probably just want to keep climbing the tiers normally. I guess one thing we could do is we could go straight to applied cryogenics and be able to build ourselves some medium vessels, which are extremely dangerous. If we're planning on going to war with the Lumeris, that might actually be a good idea. 10 turns? Yeah, let's do that. I guess, like, getting Xenology wouldn't be terrible. We'd get an extra law slot, which I would actually probably make use of. Yeah, get me Xenology. Well, we wouldn't make use of the law slot right this second, though. Never mind. Give me medium ships. We'll get medium ships. We'll make them do terrible things. They only require titanium to build, so that'll be good for us. Alright, so let's fire Way of the Obsidian Eagle on Oyad again. Oyad's still got a lot of stuff to build. And then now that we've done that, we'll commit some KE to this. Get this colony going as quickly as possible, and in fact, we'll probably move the behemoth over here, right? This one's a little bit different because Xeno-industrial infrastructure is kind of weak here. But sustainable farms is alright. And we just really need industry, though. This'll help. Okay, so now when we murder pirates, we'll get science from it, which is cool. What is our total Empire science output right now? 148. So every time we kill a pirate ship, we'll get 40, which is actually a considerable percentage of a turn of research for us. And we might be looking at war sooner than I thought, which means we may need to switch back to the military party, because I would like to have the Spoils of War Act available during the war. Okay, 20 Hyperium is a good find. Let's update the brood ship design to have a Hyperium engine, to have a pair of Hyperium engines. I'm going to throw a brood ship on the end of the queue here. You know what? We don't really need these Hawks out that badly. This one moves our faction quest forward, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Need to get Galter before the Lumeris discover it. We only found it by accident. Alright, with your very fast engines. 13 turns. Jesus. Not that much slower to just go straight through. Yeah, just go. Okay, and we are going to have to fight the Lumeris. I think that's just how it's going to have to be. This is unacceptable. So we got high energy magnetics, titanium shrapnel, and tractable armaments. I do love tractable armaments. Alright, so our next quest is to invade and occupy a system. You know, I was just thinking about doing that. Applied cryogenics is going to be important. Make sure that we are firing off probes. It says invade and occupy a system as the reward, so I'm assuming that taking out the pirate base on Bonnie won't work, even though it is technically an invasion action. Yep, you are just chilling out there. I probably should just put you in guard mode. And another player has encroached. Fortunately, we have no way of knowing anything about them. It would be a good idea if we got our colony ship through Lumeris territory before we start a war with them. And you can start a probe on this planet, which is just going to give us science and dust, but whatever, it's still probe. It's still probe, you can't argue with that. It is probe. Okay, we're actually managing to keep our KE pretty high here. We're getting a lot of good boosts from all these little quests going off. And apparently we can... Well, I don't have a probe, but we can see a new curiosity here that I guess I ought to explore. Okay, we did in fact find... we found it. We found the Academy. We also found a minor faction. We should probably get a ship over here, huh? Well, doing what we can. Alright, please don't have these ships go to Oyad. No, they're totally going to, though, right? They're going to move through Yisel to Vega. Oh, this is my hawk that I told to go to the planet. Never mind. I was going to say 13 turns. I can't believe it. 6 turns. Better. Better. Hopefully they won't freak out at me flying a colony ship through their territory. Alright. I think we're just hanging out until the other hawk arrives. We're just hanging out. So what do we want to queue up next here? Obviously, magnetic field generators is not great. Tractable armaments is not particularly relevant here, I don't think. We could specialize the planets. We probably should, even though Exoscience Stations is pretty weak here. We could go after the Endless Research Park, but we're talking about a lot of turns of building that we're committing to there. I don't think it's worth it. This actually has a really high upkeep cost. Let's get both those planets specialized. We're going to have to do something about our dust. And I'm assuming this is I can tell them to get out of my sphere of influence. Actually, hold on. That would keep their ship from hitting Oyad and ruining our quest.
And contracts to take out. I mean...
Let's see if they'll do it.
You're one of our favorite fish in this galactic...
Okay, cool. So their ship doesn't touch Oyad, which means we will probably get this done. Because the pirates obviously aren't leaving Bonnie. Alright, I feel pretty good about that. Okay, and we have kind of a murder fleet. We have a fleet developing. We're getting there. Let's go ahead and hit this. What have we here? Okay, source of adamantium. Also, extra vision for this fleet. Not super relevant. This probe is going to miss that minor faction. I'd really love it if we could reveal what that is. I'm sure nobody started over here, so we might be able to get a hold of this if we are aggressive about it. Maybe that's the next thing we should build on Yeasel. Let's go ahead and get this specialized, and then, man, I don't know what to do from here. I guess picking up this planet is still valuable to us, right? Because we have buildings that'll scale off of it. Even though I don't want to put any people on it just yet. But yeah, we're starting to have that money problem again. After we get applied cryogenics, we might have to go to the development quadrant of the tree and pick up some dust production. I don't want to play this whole game at a massive dust deficit. Alright, it's a little unfortunate that this happened so late, because we already got two of the free population events. Hopefully we'll see another one soon. Or, I mean, we're going to get a new population type when we take Sirius over. Yeah, we're just waiting for the last ship to arrive before we go for that thing. You probably have both your probes back, so let's keep probing. We found the AM Fleet Accelerator. Oh, wow. That's a pretty good accelerator module, actually. But we need to find some antimatter, because that's actually going to be really cool to have. Okay, our population booster is still running for one more turn. Actually, you know what? Why don't we cancel the Dirty Hands Act? Well, I guess we're still making use of it on Jovanis. I'm just thinking, like, Star Boogie might actually be a good idea here. We're only a couple turns. We're fine, we're fine. Never mind. We will keep things as they are for the moment. Oh, we gotta get our mining probe. Never mind. We gotta get our mining probe back out next turn. Now I'm paranoid about leaving that hanging. Alright, down here on Yeasel. Boy, what do I want to build here on Yeasel? I guess a new scout to send over to the Academy. So why don't we give it some good engines and a little bit of armor. I guess let's go this way. Because we're already good against missile ships, so this will protect us from a number of types of pirates. And we'll make ourselves a fancy new peregrine to go and explore Academy space. And we're actually coming up on needing to colonize another planet here. How many population slots do we have left? 5? And we're at 65 food per turn. So yeah, we're going to have to actually build out to get desert colonization pretty soon. I mean, this is a strong tech in a lot of ways. But we also need dust. Well, you know what? We have all those deciduous trees, don't we? If we got to system development, we could develop with those and not have to worry quite so much about our dust output. That's actually probably a pretty good solution. Okay, so after we finish applied cryogenics, we want to pick up a couple of dust-related techs that will also allow us to get this system development unlocked. So we can get Behemoth Exploitation 1, which gives us faster mining probes, longer-lasting mining probes, 30% planet stats. Yeah, these are okay. Kind of thing I want to get access to the market, though. And then, like, Astrofinance, maybe? Xenotourism agencies is not actually very good for us, is it? We don't have a lot of luxury resources. I guess this planet has luxury resources. So do both of these. Never mind, it's actually quite good. Okay. Astrofinance it is. Maybe reverse the order of these. And we can just go ahead and invade now, right? What's the cost of the first level infantry upgrade? We probably don't need that. We're going to be able to drop 400 manpower versus their 276, and we get to do preemptive bombing. We should also shoot out another probe here. It looks like there's a minor faction to meet in that direction. Let's win ourselves some K. Yeah, this is definitely the right way to go on this. And you know what? We haven't watched any battles at all here. We may as well watch this. I don't think we're going to get any meaningful space battles. Go get them, guys. And also, I don't know what those things are. I do like the fact that the pirates are a bunch of dudes of different races. Preemptive bombing didn't seem to have quite the effect I was hoping for, but obviously we're going to win that pretty clearly. And we have the manpower to refill those fleets immediately as soon as we're done. Oh no! She's still gonna... we're not gonna be able to ask her to remove her ships again. Shoot. Well, that's unfortunate. Do we have the ability to ask her for, like, peace or anything? Nope, we don't have the influence. Shoot, she's still gonna ruin our Oyad quest. That's annoying. And it looks like we must have hit... yeah, we hit 10 Hisho. That doesn't really matter. Hitting 20 Hisho, also not so much with the mattering. 50, though. 50's good. Yeah, I guess we don't really need to worry too much about boosting the ILO. I don't think it's really worthwhile. It does annoy me that they're in guard mode there. I understand why. I totally think they should be. I just find it annoying. Alright, yep, that got failed. What a shitty thing for them to do. Alright, preemptive bombing. Oops, I hit watch again. It's fine, we'll watch it. Okay, the bombing was effective there. We cut their forces by a third. Now there are only 2 guys with guns. Alright, so that was a fair amount of K and 40 more deciduous trees. And... okay, the colonizable planet here is the one that has the adamantium. That's certainly worth thinking about. I guess we'll fire off another probe while we're here. And then I have no idea what I want to do with these guys. It's like, how far away from the war are we? I guess the fact that I'm asking that question means that maybe I should build tractable armaments on my more vulnerable systems. Not really what I want to be building here. Well, we can maybe keep the behemoth around Giovannis. That'll give it a little bit of extra defense, and then Oyad can rely on its tractable armaments. So we're going to finish this Peregrine right as we finish applied cryogenics. We can start construction on a medium ship there. You're not too far off from being able to make landfall. Okay, another source of titanium is cool. I think we're probably putting down on the Mediterranean planet still. Right, 6732 over 6241. We've had some pretty good luck with systems so far this game. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what does this war actually look like for us, right? We take Sirius probably pretty quickly. They can't really afford to defend it. Once we have a medium ship, and beyond the medium ship, we're going to need autonomous construction for the command points. But once we have that, this can probably wait 5 turns. Yeah. So once we have that, we roll a medium ship into this fleet. We go and we hit them with like 600, 700 manpower. Should be a pretty easy claim. And then from there, I don't know if the war needs to continue necessarily, but we definitely at least need to take Sirius. It would be cool to take Vega as well. It might be hard to wipe out an endless level AI at this point in the game because while they are not necessarily great players, they are going to have a very serious head start. And I guess you're actually done here, so let's go meet whoever this is. They might have some kind words for us about how we deal with the Lumeris in a second here. Well, by the time they've got to Bonnie, I think we'll be able to make some more intelligent decisions about directing them. A little bit more probe intel. And around Yisel, we are about to start construction of our first kites. Now, unfortunately, we have basically nothing as far as weapons tech goes. After we get autonomous construction, we're going to have to focus on weapons tech. So, for now, I guess this is probably right. Let's split the defenses a little bit here, but yeah. Not awesome, but honestly, a lot of the value of this ship is as a carrier of manpower. So Sirius will move our faction quest forward. Yeah, I think we have the plan. It's just a matter of it actually getting put into practice here. Probably want these guys actually to be waiting on Yisel. Alright, so now here we definitely don't want you over there. So now here we definitely do want to build xenotourism agencies. We're 2 turns off of being able to make our system developments, but we're going to put up xenotourism agencies here as soon as we're done with this kite. Yeah, we need weapons tech, but we also need settling tech. And hopefully the war with the Lumeris will provide the KU we need to make this settle happen relatively quickly. 23 food per turn from Oyad, that's not totally ideal. Why is the food coming from Oyad and not from Yisel? Let's have the food come from Yisel. I think Yisel's growth being slowed is a lot better for us than Oyad's growth being slowed. Alright, so we are producing, yeah, pretty good food output here. Maybe we need to focus more on other things, like maybe it's not even worth building sustainable farms. Let's get our cerebral reality up. And then I guess we should work toward tractable armaments. Can't. I was not quite able to get vision of that minor faction. Alright, well then we definitely should just go to Gobris and get vision of them. We may be able to make some friends that we're not going to get contested on here. So we've met... Okay. Hold on. We met a minor faction that immediately got assimilated. I apparently need to go and turn off automatic pop-ups on a bunch of new stuff. A bunch of things got reverted. So that's the Unfallen there. We've got blue Unfallen, we've got red Cravers in that direction. And this system doesn't actually connect to this constellation. So the existence of these guys might still be a secret. We're definitely going to re-enable Way of the Obsidian Eagle. Do I want to put it on Oyad? We probably want to put it on Yisel, I guess. Like, we could put it on Jovanis. We're talking about a pretty small overall boost. I guess Jovanis needs it more than anybody else does, though. Yeah, it would be more earned industry overall in Yisel, but it's probably needed the most on Jovanis. Okay, I know that this is going to be kind of frustrating, but I think we're actually going to play up to right before the war starts and then stop there for the day. So yeah, you guys are just chilling right here.
Welcome to the Sophonoty.
Ah,
There are some...
that's who we've met. Well, hello, they've got a behemoth already. This is a behemoth of unknown empire, actually. Interesting. Well, let's just see what this is real quick. I assume this is going to be a mid-tier strategic. Nope, it was a source of dark glitter, weirdly. And we have a quest. Okay, actually, that is a doable quest. I don't really want to peel my dudes off right now. Not for that much running. Not when we're just about to get engaged in something here. Alright, so Oyad. We could turn up the mining rate. I don't think it's terribly important to do so, though. I guess now that we have a little bit more income, it makes sense, I think, to build the center of the Obsidian Eagle. We do actually want the extra influence, and I do like the bubble growth as well. Although I guess Jovanis is probably going to, like, largely take over this area. Oh, we need to keep mining, too. This time it was less of a big deal, because the resources we're mining from here are not going directly into Jovanis building things. But honestly, I feel really secure. I'm a lot less worried than I was afraid I might be. Like, we got the tractable armaments for free, managed to get those established. Yisel has enough population that it's probably not really in danger of being taken over by anything other than a very dedicated force. And we're going to have minor ships. Like, I think this is going to go well. So yeah, we're going to play up until the kite is actually finished and leave it there so that next video we can just pick right up, go into the war immediately. What else can we see out here? Some pirates. Apparently, the other players don't have time to keep their gardens tended. Ridiculous. It's almost like they don't love blowing people up. Like, it's not the center of their culture. I think I would rather have a free tech, than this boost. Let's just get us some free science, shall we? Okay, this one still does not tell you what it actually gave you. What it gave us was... multi-thread management. Not a bad tech to have. Oh, and we should definitely set up our basic system booster, though. It is deciduous trees. Actually, do that before the Xenotourism Agency. You should also do that. And honestly, Jovanis should also do that. Okay. Well, we're going to be in a really good place economically very soon. So, we need probably weapons tech if we're going to make a real thing out of this war. We also probably need Advanced siege modules. We did just open up this tier of stuff, so we did gain access to better torpedoes. We don't actually have access to these things. And it might be a good idea to grab ubiquitous surveillance so that we can get the big data shipyards. Probably not. Well, you know what? Going directly into zero lag command. How many turns are we talking about there? 7? That's interesting, right? Because now that these cause you to, now that these increase your manpower deployment limit in battles, I wonder if maybe... Well, I was about to say I wonder if maybe they've gotten more important, but I guess they were always tremendously important. Now that these additional manpower modules do the same thing, though, they're definitely more important. It might be a good idea to just go back and grab ubiquitous surveillance real quick. Plus, we're about to change parties off of the scientist party, and we're going to lose the ability to research in tiers we haven't unlocked, so we may as well have a real path up to that tier. And we have the ability to change our military entirely over to tanks, which we should probably do. This is probably a good moment for that, right before we're about to make our first big invasion. With all the bonus damage against infantry and everything. And I guess we have probes. I should be using these. Let's just send them out, see if we can find anything. I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good about this start. I don't know where we're headed still in terms of a victory condition, but I feel like we've got a strong, versatile start that could go in a lot of directions. Let's make the shipyards, because actually we might be producing ships here soon. We can move a bunch of population over to Oyad 1 when the time comes. Never mind, Oyad 3 actually has as much industry as Oyad 1. This is a really good planet. Yeah, just phenomenal. So, like, it would only take us 5 turns to build a kite here already. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. And for research... So now we actually do have access to a bunch of improved weapon systems. Do we need to focus more on that, or do we need to pick up... We probably need to pick up the ability to colonize desert planets so that Yisel doesn't population cap and waste all that food. So let's produce this and then hold these together. And I think there's no reason not to just go. I guess we could... Hold on. Let's have a quick look at these, right? We could upgrade these to basic ultra-dense slugs. That's a fair amount of additional offense. Probably want to go to the Hyperium engines on all these ships as well. Right now, we're just kind of... Are these already... No, these are still high-eye. Okay, you already have the good engines. The Kestrel needs an upgrade. And we're just going with a very, very simple weapon loadout for the moment. That's 1,100 upgrades. We also need to fix this. Can get that right now. We do have access to the marketplace now, so we might be able to make the money for that other thing. Like, right, what if I sold... Yeah, okay. There we go. Those are some pretty good warships, and we actually have 6 movement on the fleet now. Somebody has movement orders. Oh, well, we found another pirate base. Alright, 50 dust. I guess that's fine. Given how little dust we were at, I suppose a little bit. Having a little cushion is nice. And then also... Oh, our expedition got lost. Search the Curiosity if you're ready to sacrifice 10 Hyperium and maybe your fleet. Man, I don't really want to lose 10 Hyperium right now. We could just rename the Javanis system to honor the lost. You know, I've never chosen this direction with this quest before, but I actually think this might be the way we want to go here. Right? Because we can't afford to pay off all of our Hyperium at this moment. Yeah. We're going to do this. Only a fool would repeat the same action and expect a different result. We're not sending any more crews down there. Rename Jovanis. Okay, we'll call it... What do we call it? You know what? I don't know. Hey, here's a good place where we can stop. That's gonna be it for us for today. Let me know if you have a good name for Jovanis down in the comments below. Maybe I'll pick one of those, or maybe we'll come up with something else. And then come back next time to see the beginning of what I assume will be a great war against the Lumeris. And we'll see you then.